If you feel like the job market right now is completely broken, you're not crazy. You did everything right. You went to school, you got the degree, maybe you even landed a decent job, and somehow it still feels like you're falling behind. Applications go nowhere. Promotions are slow, layoffs are everywhere, and nobody is really giving you a real answer. So, in this video, I'm breaking down what's actually happening in 2026, and more importantly, how you survive it and come out ahead while everyone else stays stuck. Let's just call it what it is. The job market right now, it's oversaturated, it's competitive, and honestly, it's unforgiving. You've got more college grads than ever. People are switching careers constantly, applying for new jobs. AI is damn near replacing entry level tasks, and companies are cutting the costs instead of investing in their people. But here's really the part we don't want to hear. You are competing against more people than ever for fewer real opportunities. So it feels harder. That's because it is. And this is honestly where most people mess up. They sit around and they complain, and then they begin to blame the system and then do nothing different. And that's just not you. You need to take action. So let me explain why people are struggling right now. And it's not this idea of bad luck. One of the main problems I see here is they rely on one income stream. When you begin putting your entire life in the hands of one employer, that's truly a dangerous game in 2026. Now, I'm not saying it's a bad idea, it's just not consistent. Yet my paycheck every 2 weeks is consistent and I can rely on that. However, I know deep down that's not going to get me to where I want to be in the future. And most people nowadays just think a degree is security. And sure, that might have worked 10 to 20 years ago, but today that's just a baseline. And now people are becoming passive. They apply to a job and they wait. There's no networking, reaching out and connecting to other people. There's no leverage here, and people just don't have a strategy. And they don't build skills outside of what they do in their work. It's as simple as they show up to work, they clock in, and then they clock out. And nothing changes. It just stays the same. Meanwhile, everybody else around you and the whole market, it's evolving, and it's evolving fast. So the gap between average and high performers, it's getting wider every single year. Now, let me give you a little bit of insight on my perspective. Right now, I work as a first responder. I'm in the military, and I'm also getting my MBA. And I'm still building things on the side. And truly, the bottom line is it's not because I have to, but it's because I understand something most people don't. One stream of income is never enough anymore. And I've seen this firsthand. People with good jobs, I'm talking about steady jobs, 6 figures, they still stress about money. People making a solid income, they're still stuck. So I made the decision early. I'm not relying on one path. I'm building multiple. And this is how you actually survive. And I know this is what you guys mostly came here for. And I'm going to give you, here's how you survive and how you win this game in this job market. You need to stop playing defense and start playing offense. Most people are reacting to life. You need to start positioning yourself ahead of it. Now, what does this mean? You are updating your resume constantly. Whether you get a new job, you're adding your experiences, what skills you've been working on. Maybe it's an internship, maybe it's volunteer work. And not only that, but you're beginning to build relationships before you even need them. Maybe that's through LinkedIn. Maybe you reach out to an old friend from high school. Maybe it's another friend you grew up in your early childhood, and you're continuing to look for opportunities even when you're comfortable in the position you're in. Now, if you wait until you need a job, that's when you're already behind. Number two, stack skills that actually pay. And no, I'm not talking about random skills, not useless certifications. I'm talking about whether this is sales, communication, content creation, personal branding, or shoot, even financial literacy. These are all leverageable skills. These are the skills that's going to make you valuable any company you go. Your job might continue to change as you go on through these life, but these skills, they don't change. Number three, build a second income stream. This is truly a non-negotiable in 2026. Now, this economy, it's horrible. And I really don't care if it's YouTube or you're freelancing or it's a small business or shoot, even investing. You need something outside of your job because the truth is your job can fire you, and your side income that gives you options. Now, number 4, become hard to replace. Ask yourself this honestly. If you disappeared from your job tomorrow, how easy would it be to replace you? Remember again, you're just a number. You're just a gear in the wheel, in a cog wheel. And if your answer is pretty easy, that's a problem. You need to take on responsibility, solve problems others avoid, and become the person people rely on. That's how you create job security, not just a title. And number 5, control your lifestyle. This is where people lose. They make more money and they begin to get in this lifestyle creep where they spend more money. And now they're stuck. You need flexibility because the person with lower expenses, they have more freedom. They can take more risks, they can pivot, and they can even survive downturns. Now, here's where it gets tricky in this mindset shift. Here's the biggest shift you need to make. Stop expecting stability. Start building adaptability because the people who win in this environment, they're not the smartest. They're the ones who can adjust the fastest. The market changes, they pivot. Now, opportunities shift, whether it's for the better or the worse, they move. Meanwhile, everyone else is stuck, trying to hold on to what they used to work. Now, here's a reality check. Let me leave you with this job market. It's not going back to how it used to be. This is the new normal. So you have 2 options. You can complain, stay comfortable, and fall behind, or you can adapt, build leverage, and put yourself in a position to win. Because even in a bad economy, there are people making money. There are people getting ahead, and there are people building real freedom. The only question is, are you going to be one of them? If this hits you hard, make sure you guys subscribe because this is exactly what we're building on this channel. And there's no BS, there's no shortcuts, just real strategies to get ahead in your 20s. Because the longer you wait, the harder it gets. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you guys in the next one.